Happy New Year. This is Tracy, and I wanted to share something with you that I do a little differently from many people. You're looking here at an article I wrote back in 2018 about why I keep a list of accomplishments instead of New Year's resolutions. So many people last few days have been writing up their list of New Year's resolutions, and either you keep them electronically, maybe you keep them in paper format in a journal, however you keep up with them, that's great. But what we all know is that typically by, sometimes by the end of January, but definitely by the end of February or March, many of those New Year's resolutions have fallen by the wayside. And I actually wrote this a few years ago when I got an idea from a coworker of mine about instead of focusing on New Year's resolutions, focus on the accomplishments that you've made throughout the year. And so the gist of this article basically is that, instead of your New Year's resolutions falling by the wayside, you can actually keep a list of accomplishments throughout the year, basically a little running list to kind of pat yourself on the back. You might have heard the saying, if you don't toot your own horn, nobody else will. That's kind of the philosophy of this. This list is not something that I share publicly with folks for the most part. You're looking at actually an example, a screenshot that I put in this article of my list from 2016. I'm going to show you briefly my 2020 list, and I will have to tell you that 2020 was a tough year, and it's probably the shortest list I've ever done, and I've been doing this since 2016. So this list is basically just a running list that I keep throughout the year. Here's my 2020 list. 2021, I'm so sorry. There's nothing on it yet because this is New Year's Day. I will keep adding to this throughout the year, and I like to kind of decorate it. So I put a cute little template and have a little meme in here of this little puppy saying, "You got this," to kind of keep me motivated. And then throughout the year, I'll add things on here. What goes on your accomplishments list? That's really up to you. It can be something as small as I got my closet reorganized, or something as major as a new job that you started, or a new chapter in your life. For example, on the 11th, I'm starting graduate school to work on my master's degree. That's going to definitely go on this list once it happens, because that's a big thing to me. But it could be something as small as I'm currently reorganizing my kitchen cabinets. When I'm done, I may consider that an accomplishment, and it very well may go on this list. So, for example, here's my 2020 list. Some of these things are large. For example, the very first thing, I started a brand new job during that year. Some of these things are smaller. I ride a motorcycle and am just kind of still learning. And at one point this year, I rode a solo ride by myself, and it was only 130 miles. That's not a big deal, but to me that day it was, and it's something to be proud of. The great thing about this list is that I can go back to it. If I'm ever having a bad day, it's nice to go back to this list and go, "Oh, I have done some good things this year." And when you've got something good, once you've started this list, you can't wait to get on there and go, "Oh, guess what I did today? I reorganized my kitchen cabinets. And they look great." Like I said, that's not a very big thing, but I'm proud of it, and it's something to add on there. And when I have a bad day or just a rough day or a rough week, I can come back and look at this and go, maybe I failed at such and such project, but I got some pretty awesome looking kitchen cabinets, or I've started graduate school, and that's something to be proud of. So just a little different way of looking at things. I have published this actual article on Facebook and on my blog as well. I will link it in the notes down here under Facebook, link to the actual article if you want to read a little bit more about the background there. And like I said, this doesn't have to be something that you share with somebody unless you choose to. I actually keep this private. I've shown my husband once or twice, but outside of him, I really don't think anybody else has seen my list most of the time. It's just a great thing that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. And we all know with the year we had in 2020, any little thing that we can do for self-care is something that's very important. So I hope you find this helpful. Have a happy new year, and I can't wait to hear how you plan.